conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Keshavananda Prabhuji to enlighten us on topic Srimad Bhagavatam, verses 4.12.47 onward. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisance. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you so much for joining and giving your assistance, Prabhuji. Please take over the call, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. So this is 4.12.47, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji, 4.12.47.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. So let me just start now. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, 12th chapter, 47th verse. So just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Yeah. So I'm happy. I think my voice is audible to everybody. There's no problem in that. No?
Yes, Prabhu, it is good.
Yeah, so this is 4th Canto, 12th chapter, 47th verse. We are reading this verse. Let me just offer invocation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This is Dhruva Maharaj goes back to Godhead. I don't know, I mean, this is how long we'll be with Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj is with us. We are with him or he is with us. This is Mahatvam Ichhatam Tirtham Shrotuhu Shir Adayo Gunaha Yatra Tejas Tat Ichhunam Mano Yatra Manasvinam. So anyone who hears this narration of Dhruva Maharaj acquires exalted qualities like him. For anyone who desires greatness, prowess or influence, here is a process by which to acquire them. For thoughtful men who want adoration, here is a proper means. That's a beautiful verse. Prabhupada writes in the purport, in the material world, everyone is after profit, respectability and reputation. Everyone wants a supreme exalted position. Everyone wants to hear about the great qualities of exalted persons. All ambitions which are desirable for great persons can be fulfilled simply by reading and understanding the narration of Dhruva Maharaj activities. So, we are discussing about Dhruva Maharaj. Let me just offer obeisances. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. We are back to Dhruva. And the verse says, Mahatvam Ichhatam Tirtham Shrotu Shiladaya Guna Yatra Tejas Tat Ichhunam Mano Yatra Manasvinam. Anyone who hears this narration of Dhruva Maharaj acquires exalted qualities like him, qualities like Shiladaya Gunaha. For anyone who desires greatness, that is Tejas, the word uses Tejas, prowess or influence, and of course Prabhupada is writing Tejas as like that, and also Mana means adoration. For thoughtful men who want adoration, here is a proper means. Now, this is an interesting verse because I mean, the Srimad Bhagavatam is offering some material benefits. That's the point there. And this is not an unusual phenomenon because in Gajendra Moksha, if you read that, so we read Gajendra Moksha, there in the end, again Srimad Bhagavatam offers Phalashruti. This is called Phalashruti. What is the result of reading this particular episode? In Gajendra Moksha, it says that Gajendra, so anyone who reads that Gajendra prayers, he will not get bad dreams. That's a Phalashruti of Gajendra Moksha. And here, this is the Phalashruti. Anyone who hears the narration of Dhruva Maharaj, okay, let us hear narration of Dhruva Maharaj. Natural question is, what do you get by hearing narration of Dhruva Maharaj? For devotees, the obvious answer is love of God. But the Sukadeva Goswami says something else. And he says he's acquired exalted qualities like him. like greatness, prowess, adoration. And interestingly, Sukadeva Goswami writes here is a proper means. So that's very interesting. Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada writes, all ambitions which are desirable for great persons can be fulfilled simply by reading and understanding narration of Dhruva Maharaj's activities. And the whole point is why Sukadeva Goswami is saying like that. This is the same person who actually writes the first canto, who says, Ahi tuki apratihata, who says devotion should be without any cause. And this is the same person, Sukadeva Goswami, who has been focusing on absolute pure devotion, uncompromising pure devotion. He also criticized demigods, and I mean to say, he didn't really criticize demigods in Srimad Bhagavatam. He really criticized them heavily. He says, I think in second or third canto, he says, who is going to worship that ugly form of Durga, which is Kali, a horrible form? And then he says about Ganesh, who's going to worship that? Those demigods who are very funny, like Ganesh, he's having face of an elephant. So this is the same person, Sukadeva Goswami, who is absolutely renounced, who left his home as soon as he was born. He had nothing to do with anything material. Absolutely nothing. Zero. Even less than zero. That's Sukadeva Goswami. And that same person, he's saying, if you read Dhruva Maharaj incidents, what's going to happen? What's going to happen is, if you desire fame and prowess and adoration, read Dhruva Maharaj. Now what's happening? What's happening, right? Sukadeva Goswami has gone crazy? Or he's playing some trick on us, or he's trying to deceive us, or trying to confuse us. What's happening here? And this is not happening the first time. I told this is happening again and again in Bhagavatam. In Gajendra Moksha, the Falashrutis, you not get bad dreams. And then if you read Kashyap Muni, and then Dipaya Vrat in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is another Falashruti that you will get name and fame. And if you read Kaliya incidents, Sukadeva Goswami says, if you remember that incident, you will overcome fear of snakes. So like that, you see the point. There are so many Falashrutis there. Now what's happening? How do we explain all these things? That's the whole question there. How do we explain all these things? So that's the point. Now this is confusing. This is very confusing what to do. Now, the only explanation for all these things is there's one explanation for these things. Why Sukadeva Goswami is acting in a weird way. Now the whole point is, you see the point. These Falashrutis, of course, I mean to say, in other Puranas also Falashruti is given. So in fact, Srimad Bhagavatam, this technique of giving Falashruti and giving material desires and benefits, that's not so explicit. I mean, it is explicit, but it's not much. But if you read other Puranas, after every prayer, every stuti, there is, okay, you chant this, you child, you do this, you get this wealth, you do this. After every stuti, so one thing is, Puranas offer this Falashruti to attract ordinary people to the message. And in fact, when Srimad Bhagavatam first canto begins, Narad Muni comes and raises this whole question to Vyasadeva. this whole contention to Vyasadeva. And he said, why did you do this, by the way? Why did you offer these material benefits in Puranas? Because if you offer these material benefits in Puranas, then what happens is people get confused, people get involved, people get entangled in these material benefits, and then they are diverted and they get distracted from the message. So that's the whole point there. They get distracted from the message. Now, and Narada Muni said, well, you should not have done this because in Kali Yuga, people will be more interested in Falashruti than the message. Already there are so many desires, first of all. And they'll be distracted and they will never take pure message. So you were thinking that that in the garb of giving this Falashruti, this material desire, offering these material desires, they might be attracted towards the message, but it will not happen. It will just happen the reverse. People will forget the message and people will take your desires, and even if they take the message, they will do it mechanically. To actually get those desires, their whole intention, So you should write a book where it is pure, where there is no material desire. That's what Srimad Bhagavatam is all about. Amala Purana. That's what the Srimad Bhagavatam is all about. We know this. We know this. So what's happening? But then now we're reading Srimad Bhagavatam and here this is Falashruti. What's happening? Maybe Vyasadeva is he gone mad? Or he has forgotten instructions of his guru? Or maybe Sukadeva Goswami, he's gone mad. What's happening? The whole point is Srimad Bhagavatam is a very complex book. That's one thing. Of course, I mean to say, Vyasadeva or Sukadeva Goswami will not dare to offer Falashruti, especially when this thing happened. So he's not going to offer these kind of things when especially in first canto this whole big incident happened and Narada Muni he criticized Vyasadeva. So he criticized Vyasadeva and that's why he wrote Bhagavatam, and again he got to do the same mistake. But the whole point there is in Srimad Bhagavatam, if you read, actually you see Srimad Bhagavatam has no material contamination, but this statement has to be understood properly because Sukadeva Goswami is doing something more drastic, even more drastic than this, because if you read 12th canto, what is happening is in 12th canto, Sukadeva Goswami, in the end, he is speaking Mayavad. Now, that's interesting because right in the end he says that ultimately the aim of life is to become one with the Supreme Absolute. And he offers jnana, and he offers process of jnana to Sukadeva Goswami. So we should understand Vedanta Sutra and all these. And that's the supreme process. And there in the commentary, Acharyas commented, why is he doing like that? So, and that answer will also answer this question, why is he doing like this? While he's offering material desires. And he's offering Falashruti. Why is he doing like this? So there, Sukadeva Goswami says, well, you know what? He says to Parikshit, ultimately everything is one and ultimately jnana is a supreme process. He says all these things. But then the Acharyas comment, why is doing? Actually, he's doing to test Parikshit. Now he had offered Parikshit supreme, unalloyed, absolute devotion to Supreme Lord. Absolute